Welcome to my review of Oshi Season 2. The opening is sailed by Jum, and the ending boning by, and excuse me for any mispronunciations along the way of this review, I do apologize deeply, but by Hits Yuji Bangaku. I like both songs fine. I mean, I wasn't expecting anything to be as much of a Neil Rome as Idol, but it'd be foolish of me to expect that. But they're both songs that I don't mind listening to, so that's a plus. And I like to go over a few voice actors real quick, because I didn't go over Kana and Akane for the last review. I like to go over them now since they're basically me. They're all main characters. One would definitely argue. I would argue that. But Kana is played by Megmi Han, who also played Tat Mai and My Hero, Siren and Boruto, Masaru and Danganronpa, TK, and Digimon Adventure, Aru and Crosswords, Chiaki and No Coco and Conway, Glass and Chihiro, and Wheel and Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexu. Akane is played by Manwaka Iami, who also played Neon and Boruto, Miwaru and Dr. Stone, Cameron and Rizio, and Sasuke and Romantic Killer. And lastly, we got Aqua and Ruby's dad. I'm not gonna say the name because I'm not sure if that's a spoiler or not, because they didn't say his name Season 2, but of course with an anime listing on my anime list, they do show the name, so I'm not sure how much of a spoiler the name actually is. I'm not gonna mention it, but he is played by Mamoru Minuo. He also plays Goro in the Your Next My Hero Academia movie, Gamma 2 in Dragon Ball, Benomaru in Fire Force, Link in Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, Donwa and Demon Slayer, Pado's actor in Overlord, Ryuji in Persona 5, Obels the Third in Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, and Daisuke in Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexu. Now I'd like to move on to the review. Episode 1. We give the opening to the Tokyo Blade play, but the play isn't for a few more episodes, and then we skip to the end of the play. Then we cut to the play practice for Tokyo Blade. Ruby is visiting her mother's grave. Tokyo Blade is a very popular manga series. Aqua wants to get close to Totoro, the leader of La La Land, to find out more about Ai. Taka is the lead of the play, playing Blade himself, and will most likely help push Kana to complete with Akane on the battlefield called the stage. This causes Akane to want to push herself, and we see how much rehearsals work with stand-ins, with people's busy schedules in terms of other projects and stuff like that. Kana used to have show-off acting, but to stay in the business, she just changed her acting based on who she's acting with, measure them out to both of them. Akana's accept that the play is different than the source material, and sees her character different than how the play does due to it. Aqua got Akane to ask Go, the scriptwriter, and Totoro about the script and how to understand her character better. Go explains that he needed to simplify the play a bit to make it work for a stage play. The manga author of Tokyo Blade, Ibiko, shows up with a friend, Yuriko, which was the Sweet Today author. Which, speaking of which, she doesn't like Melt because of his bad performance in Sweet Today. Biko likes the acting but hates the script, and says that she wants all of it to be written.
全部.
And I think this is a good first episode where the last section definitely grabs your attention. And it's neat to see the ins and outs of a play. That was pretty cool. And they had some really nice shots. I think Oshi anime really does elevate the source material in terms of the visuals. They definitely take advantage of, by the way, this is an anime was put back to our full advantage, which is very much appreciated. Now that the manga's paneling or drawings are bad, but like sometimes really the anime took what was in the manga and elevated. I feel like I said that in my first review, and I'm re-saying it here because it's just true. But moving on to episode 2, Flashback Land. We can be there a few times. We see Melt saying that he was practicing a lot since Sweet Today ended. We meet Wada, who's in charge of the whole play. Kana's coping hard by Kana and Aqua's relationship. Akaboko used to be Yuruko's assistant, and once Yuruko's advice about her works being turned to, like, being adapted into a different form of media. Yuruko understands there needs to be, like, give and take when your work is getting an adaptation. You can't get everything you want, and there's gonna be some things you dislike in it. But, like, also the production side needs to, like, take your feedback and work it in. Back to the present, Akako was trying to change the script before him, but it didn't happen. The rewrites was handed via a game of telephone, so things got mud of what should be changed and all that wonderful fun stuff. Akabo wants to rewrite the script herself. She also got Go fired, but she gets paid the credit for it. Go put his son into the place, so he's feeling a bit clutch right now. Rehearsals are postponed and due to a lack of script. Akane invites Aqua to a 2.5D play to show what it's like. I think this episode's good. Aqua's definitely a weird one, but she's adorable, so, veils that. And then, you definitely kind of feel the ego off of her in this episode too, which definitely comes into play later. But she is an ego egg right now. I'm not even sure what an ego egg is, but it's definitely an egg, but it's full of ego instead of yolk. But anyways, moving on to episode 3. Ruby's happy that her idol group made into the Playboy magazine via advertisement.
Not remotely what I meant.
And gets asked to be in, U Station's idol shows from time to time. Ruby still feels that her classmates outshine her in terms of, work, and wants to relate to them more. Too bad that idol cannot be done until Kana is done with Tokyo Blade. Akane and Aqua are going to see Smash happen. Aqua was impressed by the play. Waha was also in charge of Smash happen, and seeing smiles on people's faces after they leave one of his plays. Aqua thinks that Abiko cannot pull off a play script because she isn't familiar with the medium. Girl was the wire script for Smash happen as well. Wow, a wonderful coincidence. But Sweet Today crew plus Akane go see the offer. Yuruko. Aqua realizes one way to change things with Akabo is to go for Yuruko. Akabo wants to connect with others but can't. So she's socially awkward, can relate to that for sure. But her job in manga is to have a big hit and not letting it go. So they become babysitters to authors that have big egos, like Akabo. And I don't know much about editors of manga. I've only heard the stories of Toriyama's editor with his changes throughout the Cell Saga. And I do remember also hearing too that for the Boo saga, Toriyama's like, hey, I'm gonna do another saga. He goes I want basically no interference from editors and stuff like that. Not sure how true the Boo saga one is, but I remember hearing that or reading that somewhere. But I know the South Saga one is just infamous with how much changes to the main villain was requested by his editor to rely on perfection. Akabo surprised Yuruko in a blink of an eye in terms of popularity. Aqua gave play tickets to Yuruko to give to Akabo. Akabo thought all of her assistants because she feels like they can't match him. Yuruko is helping out Akabo with her manga because it's past the deadline, while also trying to reason with Akabo. That of course starts an argument. Yuruko got through to Akabo, telling her she's got me for people that are making your play halfway. And Akabo goes to see Smash Heaven. I like this episode. Again, I really like the relationship between Akabo and Yuruko. A nice little bond of master and disciple there. And see how big of an ego you can get after you hit a smash hit. And of course we got some flashbacks of how Akabo was, when she was just an assistant. And you can definitely see that's been, her ego was definitely inflated. So I kind of do appreciate the flashbacks there. And then that's kind of it. Like, I understand we'd be stronger of wanting to relate to a classmate's mo. I think that's a relatable struggle for most people. Yeah, moving on to episode 4. Akbar left Smash Heaven. While met with Akbar and pushed to have Go to come back, Akbar wants to work with Go on the script. Go and Akbar work together well and work through the night. The script now really relies on the acting of the actors to pull it off. Mao doesn't think he's witty, and so does Akbar. Akbar has never put so much emotion into his acting. Akbar asks Kana how to cry while acting, and she says, "Wake up thinking about your mom dying." Yuko said anything else and we've been fine, but we got stab Eye again. Aqua doesn't think he should be happy due to letting Eye die, so those thoughts made him feel dizzy and need a break. Aqua got the director to pick him up. Director tells Kana that Aqua has PTSD. Kana puts together that Aqua's Eye's kid. This episode is good. I do again appreciate Aqua like along with Go to script down. And I really do like the scene that we're getting the script done and them enjoying working together. That was fun. That was fun to see their enthusiasm about it. And then we get more Aqua dealing with the death of Eye, which I do appreciate, which carries over to the next episode. So moving on to episode 5. Akane made dinner. Aqua allows the director to show Akane some past acting that he did. The director explains that it's hard for Aqua to draw from past experiences, but can see other people's acting and apply it to his acting. Aqua tells Akane that he's enacting to kill someone, and Kana says, well, she helped. Kana says she wants Aqua's help to be Kana. Ruby and Minami went to see Aqua practice, but he already left. Minami thinks that Aqua and Kana are having a sexy time, but Ruby doesn't believe it for a second. Oh, she'd be very upset with Aqua if that was the case. Sakurai, one of the actors on the play, hits on Minami, but Mel got him to back off by lying to him, saying that the director needed him. But also because, it's hey, that's Aqua's sister's friend here. A bit of a Spaceballs connection there.
I am your father's brother's nephew's cousin's former roommate.
But you don't want to cause trouble at work by doing so. And then Sakurai just threw oh, you're a bad actor, Mel. Bye. Just feels oh, well, sure, listen to you. You're terrible. You can't act for shit. But Ruby got Sakurai's number, and her other group tells her that he is bad news bears. He freaking used the fact that, oh yeah, you're Aqua's sister. We should connect so we can talk about Aqua. Scumbag. Akane and Kana got into a little of a fight. Kana knows that Akane looked up to her. Akane stopped looking up to Kana after meeting her at some point. Kana says that she's finding Akane because the way of acting is different. The philosophy behind the acting. Everyone's gathering to see the play. Super Smash Bros. F1 is here. Quite literally, honestly. Aqua's having another PTSD attack. I like this episode. I like the fact that Aqua still hasn't gotten over Eye's death. And do see how that's affecting his everyday life. Trying to deal with it. I do appreciate that a lot. And it's also good to see Ruby's opinion and insight on Aqua. And then also her thoughts on Eye a bit. Because the whole getting a teenager pregnant, Eye. So she's he knows better, and if he does the same thing to go that happened to Eye, kind of get upset about it. So I do appreciate that. Episode 6. This is gonna be a short one. We get very similar scene, if not the same, to episode 1 openings for the opening of the play. The play effects are cool and it's fun to see everyone act. Mao is having a fight scene with Sakura as a part of the play. Mao is the popular guy that thought he could wing it through life. And then Mao changed after 3 today and wanted to better himself. Mao just put everything into one moment to get the audience by surprise. Mao relate to his character's frustration in terms of not thinking he was the best, but reality he wasn't. Sakura had new respect for Mao. Mao had fun. This episode is Mao. Mostly because I feel like for my backstory, you always covered in terms of him bettering himself, and you kind of got to like feel like he's a pretty boy, but just got everything based off of season 1. So I felt like they could like really showing down for like backstory. Of course, like you can still mention verbally, like hey, like I thought I could wing it through life. And then, that guy showed me the way, Aqua. And then just really focus on the fact that Aqua told him, hey, look, you're not going to be able to improve all around by the time the play happens. If you do that, you're spinning your wheels. So just focus on one thing, and put everything you got into it. That's really all you really need to focus on to Mel, because all these backstories that they have throughout the play, this is the first one, really kills the pacing a lot. So I'm just trying to think of ways to like lessen it, so like the pacing doesn't feel like, oh god, like this is not that great. I mean, it was rose week by week. Benching it was a bit better, but still, like you feel like you could have improved how you approach these backstories, and then instead of just having all 3, like actually 4 really. But the fourth one makes a lot more sense than the other 3. Don't overplay yourself. You could explore those characters before and after the play a bit more. Of course, some things like, Melt's big moment, yeah, it had to, like, a little explanation has to happen there. But, like, you already explained Melt beforehand, so I don't know, besides to kill and be faithful to the manga, because the manga did this as well, but, like, it kills the pacing. 100%. But manga was a better read, so I'm not sure if it's like a meme of like trying to make this a full episode or what. Episode 7. More play to show how Kana plays off of ours. It also shows how much emotion Akane puts into her acting. Akane backstory time. Akane wanted to become an actor after seeing Kana on TV and thought, like her parents said, hey, to become an actor, you might be friends with her, You never know. And Dog thought Akane was Kana like one day and told her that Kana got the role and voted audition is just for appearance. Akane made Kana told her that that's just how the world works. Acting doesn't matter. It's all about that money, cheap and brand recognition, all that wonderful stuff. Akane studied psychology to learn why Kana would say something like that. Akane, no one understands Kana was scared of work drying up. Akane wants Kana to not act as a support, but as a star. Back to the present, Akane starts to act more aggressively. Kana gets into it a bit, but falls into a support role to the dislike of Akane. Awkward says Kana looks the best when she screams, look at me. With Akane wants to be Kana at her best. This episode's fine. Again, the backstory could have been done after the play. Like, of course, you could have maybe have like a hell of a line, like, ever since that day, like, I want to beat you at your best. And then her acting becomes more aggressive. Like, you could have a backstory, like, after, like, the fight that they had to explain, because Akane tells Awkward, she's like, she was unbearable as a kid. You could have had a veil. Right there, you had a perfect slot to slid. But no, he decided to interrupt the flow of the play. But that does bug me. Yeah, I mean, like, I get a kind of point of view, understand why she no longer likes Kana and wants to be her, like, at her best. I do appreciate that. And wants her to act like how she did instead of like before she was told to be basically support for others. So, moving on to episode 8. Taka says he's gonna ad-lib to have Kana beat Akane. More play. Aqua is emotionless while Taka is full of emotion in terms of acting. The ad-lib happens and everyone plays it off great, even like Aqua. I don't know why I'm singling out Aqua, but he did great. Kana backstory. Kana's mom lived through Kana because she wanted to be an actor. Kana's mom went crazy when work was drying up, like taking out Kana and like her marriage fall apart. Back in the present, Kana's switched her acting style thanks to Aqua's support to like say to scream, I'm here. Akane falls in love with Kana's acting once again. Awkward's acting comes from not enjoying acting since acting equals his revenge. This episode is fine. Again, I feel like you can have like Kana's backstory and like a different episode. Like when the episode, like when Kana and Aqua were spending time together, we could have maybe have had a little talk there, or maybe just after her play in general. But like, I do feel bad for her to have such a mom that was living through her so aggressively. And was causing troubles because she wanted Kana to be, #1 actress and never have work drying up and stuff like that. So, and that puts pressure on the kid to try and never let work dry up and stuff like that. So that definitely causes a fear. So like, yes, it's a good backstory and a very understandable backstory at that. Episode 9, we get a tiny flashback of I liking Aqua's acting. Then we get more play. We get more of Aqua not letting himself have fun due to I's passing. Aqua also used his feeling of if I came back during the play to have an emotional cry scene. Akane wants to go even further beyond with her acting. Kana and Akane think that each other are better in terms of acting. Masura thinks star quality is when you have a persuasiveness to make people think that you're the cutest like Kana did. Aqua tries to get information from Totoro about I during a drinking party. Taka wants to help by getting Totoro drunk. Totoro says that Taka and Aqua's acting is similar due to being imperfect. Totoro got a little too drunk and passes out. Aqua shows a DNA test to Taka that proves that they have the same problem. I like this episode. I do enjoy that Kana and Kana are like, hey, we both need to improve. We both of our acting styles like need improvement. After seeing Wano, I do appreciate that a lot. Rivalry respect. And then for reveal that Aqua and Ruby have a step sibling, and it's someone that it's like we barely know. I mean, we know, but like, do we really know? It's like, well, like I'm not over the moon about the reveal, but I'm not like, what the fuck, I shift my guild to neutral. I'm very neutral about it. So episode 10, Taka and Aqua moved to Taka's apartment. Taka's dad and mom had a murder suicide. That's lovely. Taka's dad slept around the industry, just hang goes up left and right. Aqua feels empty now that Daddy is dead. Can't get revenge on a dead person. Aqua wonders if he can have a happy life now. Ruby and Kana don't understand how hard it is to get 20,000 subs on the YouTubes. B. Komachi is doing room tour videos. Kana got on board when she learns that she can tax write off stuff that she buys. One of the reasons Ruby picked the name of B. Komachi is that Aqua's past life, a doctor could knows. The next step to success is music video. Music video would be shot in Miyazaki, aka where the twins were born. The I group got a new song, but the O hasn't come back yet. Ruby called the composer and they got him to get over his burnout because Ruby got that energy. Aqua goes on the music video trip. I like this episode. I like to see B. Komachi in act mode because I feel like we haven't really gotten that at all this season. So it's nice to see them in act mode. And that Aqua has at least moved on for revenge. At least for now. We get to that in a second. Because the shoe will drop on the other end. Episode 11, Kana and Aqua agreed to meet up to go shopping for a suitcase. Kana spent 2 hours getting ready. Aqua and Kana meet up in a cafe. Aqua pays for the bill and Kana is flipped off of her feet. Aqua picks up his suitcase, which is white like Kana's glow stick. Aqua and Kana have dinner at a barbecue place. Aqua takes Kana home, which she thought Aqua was going to sweep her off of her feet. Aqua invites Kana to Miss Yazaki. It kind of thinks Aqua is going to break up with him. It kind of knows that Aqua's been using her, but he also has a big heart. Aqua says his father was dead and he found a house sibling. Akane says the flaw in Aqua's logic in terms of like his revenge is over, but chooses not to say anything because he's happy now. Ruby's visiting Ai's grave and passes by their real dad. This episode is fine, but the Kana shopping spree is fine. But it's just a very cute experience. Then Kana and Aqua's conversation is I feel like they kind of have a conversation twice this season, but it's a neat conversation, so I'm not gonna knock it too much because it is needed. And then we see Daddy for the first time, so I'm sure he'd be relevant in season 3, which have already been announced at this point. Episode 12. We get a quick past life flashback of Aqua and Ruby having fun together. But our group is going to be filming 2 music videos. Kana's upset but Akane is tagging along. For me, the music video director, Akane and Aqua are hanging out while the others are doing the music videos. Aqua goes to the hospital to figure out if anyone found his past life's dead body. Aqua is trying to find the dead body by lying to Akane, saying, "It's a pet, we're looking for a pet." Aqua gives up looking for his body. Aqua visits his own house and feels bad that he caused the death of his mother and child both. Ruby gave Aqua an eye keychain before dying in the past life. We see a girl with ravens watching Aqua and Akane. Music video filming go. Aqua and Akane meet up with others. Man-chan can work past 10 since she is 25. Akane fixes Kana's outfit. Akane points out that Aqua needs to be more careful while being seen in public with Kana due to the fact that she is an item. Kana and Ruby go to the hotel together when a crow stole the key. Ruby really wants to meet back up with Aqua's past life. I'm calling it now. This can be incest something later down the line. Whatever shape of form that it becomes, there's gonna be some incest. There's too much build up to it for it to not happen, which again my stance is if it's porn, whatever, who cares, that's your business. But when it's like trying to play off as a serious thing, bad for the issues wise, and I feel like it's coming. I feel like it's coming soon. Well, to be fair, like season 2 does cover up to half of manga, so we're halfway done. So, like, in theory, season 3, and then, in theory, season 4 will finish the series. So, coming soon. But the quote showed Ruby and Akane to Aqua's past life's body. I like this episode fine. I like Aqua and Akane, like, going around town, trying to, like, look for the body, and Aqua just one more thing. I also like that, like, when Aqua says, "Let's go to the hospital," Kana is just like, here's medicine, like, what's wrong with you? Very adorable. I love her so much. And I do like that we get a little more insight on, like, Aqua's mindset about his mom died via childbirth, so he feels guilty about that. Paralyzed, the death of eye. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't have much to say about this episode. The more of the emotional fallout happens. Episode 14. Aqua says that he wanted Akane to find his body. Akane thinks Aqua is kind, but she wants to help him. Kana says that she thinks Aqua doesn't need her anymore, but Aqua kisses her and says he protects her. A nice little sweet ending. Ruby took the eye keychain off of her body. Ruby goes on a morning walk when Raven Girl shows up. Raven Girl says that there were 2 guys hanging around the hospital while I was there. One of them was Ai's killer, and the other one it's up to Ruby to figure out. Ruby's now filled with revenge. Mo knows the darkness in Ruby. Akane is going to be in a movie, and Kana is envy of her. Ruby asks Akane why Aqua wanted to become an actor. Ruby was able to figure out with what Akane told her, and places her revenge on Aqua. We see the music video, a very fun music video, and a very fun song. And the last scene, we see Aqua and Ruby's dad kill someone else. Someone else with stars in their eyes. So maybe they have a thing for star-eyed people and just pushing them, or stabbing, or getting them killed. But Ocean Coast Season 2 definitely has some pacing problems. And it really doesn't help for the play, that you see the ending to the play, like, every opening, and then they show the opening and ending to the play in episode 1, episodes before we actually get to the play. So, like, again, like, with the flashbacks and stuff like that, bogging down the pacing of said play, it really just does not help at all. But, I mean, there's so many great final details that I think the animation does elevate the source material. And Kana and Akane are, like, becoming my favorite characters of the show. Hands down, I love them so much. Like, they're so entertaining and so lovable. Like, this show would be kind of nothing without them. Bitches. I don't know how to describe it. Bitches make the show like 100 times more enjoyable for me, especially in this season. Maybe I didn't really feel it in season 1 for whatever reason, but in season 2, like I'm like, okay, yeah, these two, the brand of this series. But one like new character that really starting out to me is Akubo, the like manga author, as like an adorable little weirdo. But other than that, like, I mean, I have no opinion on Ruby and Aqua's dad because we really haven't met him and we don't know anything about the supernatural Raven girl. I'm assuming she's supernatural because she gives off that vibe. We see what happens. Maybe she's not supernatural. Maybe she's just a natural girl. We see, but it wouldn't surprise me if she's like the Grim Reaper of Death or whatever. But I think, with all that being said, I think I would give Ocean Code Season 2 an 8 out of 10. So if you like the review, give it a thumbs up. If you dislike the review, give it a thumbs down. And hit subscribe if you want to see more for us reviews. And I will see y'all next time. Bye.